We are happy and excited because this is a pact that brings together issues that are at the heart of making this nation work again. We have had various conversations. You might remember that last week we had another meeting, and that meeting agreed on various issues. And these are issues that were going to be close to the heart of the people of Kenya, addressing the issues of Kenya, uniting this country once again.
And let me start by saying that today we have concluded in signing our working arrangements by way of a coalition with the Party of Action led by my brother Raphael Tuju. It's taken a while, and we didn't want to wait until this late because we wanted to be all-inclusive. We wanted to have parties of like-minded together with us, and we burnt the midnight candle. We tried our best, but at the end of the day, values brought us together. Honesty brought us together. The fact that we think Kenyan brought us together. Because what this country needs leadership that is honest, leadership that has ability, and leadership that will work for it. As we sign this agreement which is lodged today, let me appeal to the young generation of our country who constitute the majority, that the single biggest weapon that will see transformational leadership take place in Kenya is their ability to be able to register as voters and their ability to vote for change. The choice remains very, very clear. We either elect status quo, which we've had in the historical bondage that we've had for 49 years, or we elect fresh leadership that will break from the past. This coalition gives Kenyans an opportunity to break from the past. This coalition gives Kenyans an opportunity to break from all the evils that have continued to ail us. This coalition breaks Kenya, breaks from the past in terms of tribalism, because we want to have a new Kenya where everybody can be able to enjoy services that a government that thinks about them will be able to provide. And I know that in the coming days, we'll be in a position to put up a team that will spearhead joint nomination and campaigns to ensure we have a team of fresh Kenyans who are ready to see the next phase of our country. It is so important in view of the facts that continue to face us, which are very serious, of impending heavy unemployment now showing at 40%, going to rise to nearly 50% if we do nothing about it. I want to appeal to Kenyans that if we do nothing about things in the next 5 years, then we'll be in a bigger hole than we currently are. I want to thank my brother Raphael Tuju, because for the last 1 week, we've given everything a chance. We've given ourselves a chance. We've given other parties that we thought were like-minded. I also want to thank our supporters, who are very cautious in some of the routes that we took, but we wanted to give everybody a chance. We remain an all-inclusive coalition for those who share the same values with us, because we believe this country belongs to all of us. It is not about a few individuals. We'll never allow this race to be about me and Raphael. We'll let this race to be about Kenyans and the ordinary manner in which they do things. And I think it is important that Kenya comes first, not individual interests. Within due course, within time, as we set up the machinery for elections, we'll be in a position to come up with a lineup that Kenyans can count on, to come up with a lineup that Kenyans can trust on. And as I've said, we've also left it open for any other party that has shared values to come on board.
One of the things that guided our discussions was shared values, shared principles, and a shared vision. It was not about who is going to take what position and for what reason. I can tell you that we did try, and unfortunately, it did emerge that when it comes to those shared values, shared principles, and shared vision, and focus on Kenyans, it so happened that there was more in common between myself and Peter Kenneth, and we realized that instead of just signing a coalition arrangement for the sake of for the sake of it, it was better to go with our guiding principles, which is shared values, shared principles, and shared vision. Our country is at a crossroads. We have an election coming, and unfortunately we can see a country which is divided based on hate, a country which is divided based on fear, a country which is divided based on ethnic politics. We have decided to provide an alternative narrative for Kenyans, and that is hope, a narrative of hope. We keep the doors open for other Kenyans, other parties, other leaders to come on board. The document that we've signed gives room for that. And what we bring to the table is an opportunity for Kenyans, especially the young Kenyans of this country, who are the majority, to have a choice. Peter and myself have options. If we were thinking about ourselves, we do have options that we could have taken, which would assure us of a job at certain levels within certain ethnic political formations. But we have chosen a different road. There would be no problem for Peter to join another party, and he will be very prominent there, and he will be able to get any seat he probably wants within that context. Same here. But what we are saying, if we allow a situation in which this country goes that route, then we have a very bleak future. We just emerged from 2007-2008 election process, which divided this country right down the middle, and history is repeating itself. We are offering Kenyans a viable, honest alternative that they can count on, that will look at this country as Kenya, not as different interests of different ethnic groups.